All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the crew of Next Level Broadcasting. We're here live from the Monsignor Kaminsky Gymnasium, getting set for a tip-off between the Gaylord St. Mary Snowbirds and the Central Lake Trojans. It is a Ski Valley Conference battle. The Snowbirds coming in with an undefeated conference record of 5-0. They're looking to extend that tonight and go for their 8th consecutive win on this young season. I'm joined tonight by Alex and Daniel Powers. Nick Wenzel will later on join our broadcast crew tonight. And as I welcome in you, Daniel, what's something that you're looking forward to seeing this St. Mary girls team do after seeing them play a couple times last week?
Every time these girls show up to play, they are ready. They are playing with discipline. Pat Schultz makes sure of that, Coach Pat Schultz, and they're just always on their A game, ready to take whoever's going to play them.
Yeah, and Alex, I know you got a couple points that you want to touch on in terms of on top of what Daniel just said, but we were there last week in Bel Air when they were able to take down the Bel Air Eagles. This is one game that they have in a stretch where they're kind of going through the meat and potatoes of that conference schedule. After tonight, they have a big showdown game Friday night versus Johannesburg Lewiston Cardinals. So, in your opinion, what does St. Mary have to do tonight to avoid that trap game?
Well, the thing about the Ski Valley is that when you're playing and when you've been on top of the league as long as St. Mary's has, every game has the potential to be a trap game because you're getting every team's best. And so you need to come to play every night following Coach Schultz's schemes, whether it be on offense or on defense with their signature press.
Yeah, and that signature press has definitely been a staple of St. Mary the last 2 to 3 years. I mean, when you think of St. Mary basketball, you think of offensive efficiency, defensive tenacity, and then also putting up as many three-pointers as you possibly can. I mean, Coach Pat Schultz actually has a statistic on what their effective field goal percentage is when you combine the shots they miss from three and also their offensive rebounds that they get off of those three-point attempts. So it basically is a cyber analytic metric where he'll say, okay, if we're shooting 28% from three, but we get 42% of those offensive rebounds, then that's a good possession, and that math works out in their favor.
Right.
As someone who's studied a lot of basketball, especially during your basketball apprenticeship down at Ferris State, being the manager of the boys team, what can you say to how advanced Pat Schultz's approach is to high school basketball, especially in northern Michigan?
Oh, it's definitely he's one of the better coaches in northern Michigan. I have been to several practices down with Ferris State, and with quite a few practices back when I was in high school playing against them, it's pretty similar. He's definitely got the evidence to back him up, and he coaches like most great college coaches would.
He sure does. And one thing about his practice is that he works on various different situations, and he's very, very adept at tweaking his lineup so he knows what the best combinations of players are against different types of defenses. And Daniel, I'll bring you back in here. You've seen a lot of this the past couple of years. Obviously going to a rival high school, when St. Mary girls come to town, show up to play, I mean, it's kind of like a bring a lunch pail to the game type of thing because you're about to be in for it, right?
Oh, definitely. It's every time it's just honestly some fear because these girls, not only are they going to play on top of their game, they know where they are, they're also just physically ready for every game. I remember driving by in the summer, seeing the girls out there running in front of the school with all the coaches getting them ready for the season, and they're always just physically ready, mentally ready, and all around just tough to handle.
It certainly is, and that's a great point. We're going to step aside here and hear from our friends at the Gaylord Eye Care Center. When we come back, we'll have our prayer and national anthem starting lineups right after this on Next Level Broadcasting.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
welcome our friends and visitors, the Central Lake Trojans. And your home team, the St. Mary Snowbirds. We hope you enjoy watching the game tonight and celebrate the players from both these awesome teams. We remind you that in Michigan, high school sports connect character to competition, and good sports are winners. We begin tonight with thanks and prayer. As I lead us in prayer this evening, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, we thank you for the gift of athletics. May we give you glory in everything that we do, in the way we play, and in the respect that we have for others. Mary, Our Lady of Mount Carmel, pray for us. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Please allow me to draw your attention to the flag of the United States of America for the playing of our national anthem.
Okay, welcome back into high school basketball coverage on Next Level Broadcasting. I'm your host tonight, Charles Strail, joined by Alex and Daniel Powers. We're getting ready for the starting lineups here, and we got some special guests that are going to be joining us later on this evening. We're going to be welcoming in Gavin Bebel, leader of the St. Mary boys basketball team, senior on the team, and so I'm going to send it over to Daniel Powers for the starting lineups tonight. Daniel, take it away.
For Inland Lakes, we have, or not Inland Lakes, what am I saying? For Central Lake, we have Emma Woolard, number 4, Caitlin Wolgamott, Emma Woolard, number 2, Caitlin, number 4, Journey Hutchins, number 10. We'll get back with the last ones. For St. Mary's, we have Macy Bevel, Emma McKinley, Ava Schultz, Emma Glasby, and Sydney Grzinski. A lot of senior power on this team. And the last two for the Trojans is number 23, Liberty Perry, and we got number 5, Olivia Eagleston.
All right, so we're getting just about ready for the tip-off tonight. Once again, thank you, Daniel, for running us through those starting lineups. I appreciate that, as I was getting adjusted here on the camera. So 5 on the floor for the Snowbirds: Glasby, Grzinski, Schultz, McKinley, and Bebel. Typical 5 starting girl rotation for the Snowbirds as we get ready to tip this one off and get underway here. Had a little bit of a delay for waiting for this one to get going, but we're finally underway. St. Mary controls it. Bebel has it. She'll go right into the paint
drop it off to Glasby. First shot's up and in for the Snowbirds. First assist of the game for Bebel. As Central Lake's going to bring this ball back up, and a travel called on the Trojans, so quick turnover. We'll give it back to the Snowbirds with an opportunity to score the first couple of buckets of this game. Early on, you see that pressure right away being a factor against Central Lake.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that. With early points and a turnover, right back to our ball.
Bebel's going to split through the defense, slice and dice, but unable to get the layup to go. Rebound comes out to Central Lake as they look to push up the floor. It goes. And that's an errant pass in to the padded wall over here on the stage where we are set up. Almost came right into our wheelhouse on that one.
Newly padded, too, and it came into handy after the first game with a bit of a slam with Daniel Jacobson, I think.
That's right, I recall that, as McKinley's going to toss up a three-pointer. No good. Outlet pass up ahead. Trojans have it with a 2-on-2 break. They're going to hit the trailer. Back to the corner it goes. Shots up. Shot is good. Line them up, all three of those for the corner gun. Nice shot there by the Trojans. And fouls called. Couldn't make out the number for the Trojans as the ponytail in the back is covering up the number on the back.
23, right?
I believe it was on number 5.
Number 5. Olivia Eggleston, yes.
Yeah. So Bebel's going to get the high screen and roll. She'll attack the paint, kick it out to McKinley for the three-pointer. No good. Offensive rebound is fought for and controlled by the Trojans, but the Trojans had a toe on the line. That'll send it back over to the Snowbirds.
And in our last game with the girls, they were struggling to put threes in, too. So hopefully that'll end tonight.
And you're right. So they're over 2 from the three-point line tonight as they're called for a travel up top. So that'll send it back. And I'm going to bring in Alex here. Alex, we've seen already a couple travels called early. This is kind of like early game jitters, do you think?
Yeah, partly with Central Lake, and both teams have been a little bit sloppy to start. But look for St. Mary's to clean that up and hopefully keep the pressure on the Trojans so that St. Mary's cleans up their turnovers, they can keep forcing them through Central Lake.
Yeah, that's definitely something that both teams want to put an emphasis on, is playing clean basketball, not beating themselves. You know, that's something that you want to try to control as much as possible. So, you know, if a team is to beat you, it's because they outplay you, not because they don't beat themselves. Back to Ava Schultz in the corner for the three-pointer. Rattles around and down. So Schultz gets the corner gun to go, drops it in for the second field goal of the game for the Snowbirds, and they're up 5-3. As McKinley's going to come out of there with the rebound off the foot of the official. That's playable as Central Lake's going to drive in. Scoop shot, no good. St. Mary pushing it back with a good pace. Schultz trying to spin around into the corner. Three-pointers up for Bebel. Good. Dropping down another triple.
And it looks like they got better from last game. There's our threes.
Yeah, they're already 2 for 5 from deep so far in this first quarter as Central Lake's going to take a timeout. When Central Lake's going to take a timeout, we're going to keep it right here, and we're going to thank our friends at the Gaylord Eye Care Center. Listen, everybody listening, watching at home, I want to let you know that in partnership with Next Level Broadcasting, the Gaylord Eye Care Center is committed to making basketball a great place for spectators, student athletes, and fans. And by doing so, listen, if you know a referee, a statistician, anyone who runs a scorebook, you can send them into the Gaylord Eye Care Center for a free consultation to get those eyes checked. So whether or not you're an official, whether or not you're running the scores book, you just need to see that pencil a little bit more clearly, and you need that vision adjusted, head on over to our friends at the Gaylord Eye Care Center with 4 locations, so there's no excuse with Boyne City, Sheboygan, Bel Air, and in Gaylord. Central Lake getting ready to inbound this ball. It's 8-3, stolen away right by Grzinski, but stolen back. And Central Lake has it, now breaking the pressure. Kick out, open look up top. Three-pointers short, rebounded by Schultz. First jump ball of the game. This will go to Central Lake.
And a good battle down low, too. Both teams committed, ready to come to play.
That's right. Central Lake with a real smart play, I believe. Inbounder threw the ball off of the back of the player guarding her, and she's able to get to the free throw line. Getting to the free throw line for Central Lake, that's going to be number 4.
For Caitlin Wolgamott.
And first one rattles off for her. So Wolgamott's first free throw is no good. St. Mary with an 8-3 lead. Definitely important to secure this rebound if Wolgamott misses, but she splits the pair at the line, so it's an 8-4 advantage now for the Snowbirds as they push the pace up. Grzinski's going to put it on the deck. No good off the back iron. And our second held ball possession arrow favoring the Snowbirds this time. Macy Bevel gets the inbound pass. She'll break down the defense. Corner kick to Ava Schultz. Three-pointers up. Three-pointers good. Splash. Second three-pointer of the evening for Schultz. That one didn't even come close to grazing the rim. Just went right through the net.
And a great assist by Bevel, too.
It was. It was a nice play to draw up that corner kick. And Schultz did a good job of giving Bevel the assist, doing her part by making the shot. It's hard to get a lot of assists if you don't have teammates that knock down open shots.
Yeah, and nothing worse than that feeling. You get a great pass in, and it just doesn't go in for you.
As Central Lake will inbound it, they're going to say that that pass earlier was deflected by a Snowbird. So Central Lake has it up top, working around the perimeter. Snowbird defense has been, I don't want to say out of character tonight, but just hasn't had an opportunity to really set up that ball hawking pressure.
I think it might have been right with some pregame jitters. I mean, every time you start a game, it takes maybe a couple minutes to get into the swing of things, to forget the fans are there, and just to play basketball. I
really like the patience displayed by Central Lake's offense. They're really working the ball around well, not too affected by the pressure of the St. Mary defense as the three-pointer's up, no good. Rebound pulled down off a couple of feet, eventually controlled by Schultz and the Snowbirds as she'll bring it up across half court. Sydney Grzinski open for the corner three. Can't leave her open, and the Trojans get away with it as Grzinski misses off the back iron. Now coming back in a hurry is Central Lake, putting up the left-hand floater, no good. Unable to control the defensive rebound and will maintain Central Lake basketball. Daniel, what have you seen so far in this game?
A lot of just, like we talked about, getting into the swing of things. They're there physically. They just got to get that mental game out of the way and just get comfortable, sit back, play ball. They know what they're doing. Offensively, defensively, just be ready to play.
So Central Lake is going to inbound, deflected by Kaylee Jeffers. It's 11-4 right now with 3 minutes 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. Central Lake trying to get a backdoor cut. They get it in a held ball possession arrow. It'll be Central Lake basketball once again. See a lot of held ball possession arrow references, don't we?
Yeah, we're two.
That's the fourth one so far.
Yeah, two teams ready. Just get on the ground for the ball, do whatever it takes, fight it out, and just put in the work.
As I welcome in Alex. Alex, what have you seen so far in the first 4.5 minutes of the first quarter?
Well, early on, the Snowbirds got a couple of quick shots. It's been a great start for Ava Schultz. And as always, the press has been suffocating, holding the Trojans to only 4 points in the first half of this quarter.
Schultz turns down the
Another
open
great shot for Ava Schultz. That puts her to 8, I believe.
Yeah, 8 points in the first quarter for Schultz. She turned down the three-pointer, put it on the deck, got the floater mid-range shot to go. One of the rare mid-range shots you see the St. Mary's Snowbirds take. And this one's on the ground again, controlled by Central Lake. And they've got numbers now in the paint. Over to the far side it goes. And, yeah, that's a travel. Probably had to take that shot, shuffled the feet before being able to make a move.
A lot of times that hesitation gets you. You just find the ball there and you're not ready to go. You just got to trust yourself, trust your skills, and put it up.
Want to give a shout-out to #1 Snowbird fan watching from home tonight. That's Nick Wenzel. Nick Wenzel is always tuning in. Takes pride in being one of the #1 fans of the Snowbirds. As Miriam Morwell's three-pointer is no good. Back to Schultz for the three. Can she drop it? She can.
Her third three tonight.
Big-time bucket for Ava Schultz. Finding the range from deep as she's hit 3 threes this evening. And she'll get the steal as well.
Ooh, some contact there.
And
that'll be number 5, Olivia Eagleston.
That her second foul?
That was her first foul.
Okay. So what's the foul situation like for both teams so far?
So Caitlin has 1, Olivia Caitlin Wolgamott has 1, Olivia Eagleston 1. So that's 2 for the Trojans, and just 1 foul on the St. Mary's end from Ava Schultz.
And as a 30-second timeout's taken on the court, we're gonna take a second and thank we're gonna thank our friends at J&J Construction. Listen, right now, home renovation projects. Everybody's been watching how to do them on HGTV, Flip or Flop, Property Brothers, Chip and Joanna Gaines. But listen. Don't let those shows fool you. You need to get the pros. Go to where the pros go. That's J&J Construction. They can turn your dreams into a reality. Give them a call at J&J Construction. They're trusted and can pretty much handle any project, even if it's something that you get over your head. They can come and save the day. That's J&J Construction, one of the proud sponsors of St. Mary basketball.
I heard they turned down an HGTV show to stay in Northern Michigan. Ava Schultz, that one is out. But put right back up by Macy Bevel for her second shot of the game. 1-3 and 1-2 right there. Pressure comes right back on the St. Mary's defense. We got not a 3. Stolen by Emma McKinley.
And double dribble, unfortunately, for Macy Bevel. One of the few errors that the Snowbirds have made so far in this first quarter. 18-4 advantage. It's been a pretty flawless half, seamless, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like professional seamless gutters. It's one of our favorite Snowbird sponsors.
Great segue.
You do this long enough, and you just think of those words that trigger and lead you into, thanking the sponsors, and that's what you got to do. And if anybody listening or watching and wants to be a part of our sponsor group, get a hold of us at nextlevelbroadcasting14@gmail.com, or you can text us in on that text-in line when we put that up on the screen for any information. Central Lake's going to get the offensive rebound, put it up and in, and one opportunity for number 10 for the Trojans, getting her first basket of the game.
That's Journey Hutchins.
Yeah, Journey Hutchins. So she's going to go to the line for an and one opportunity.
And I think that foul was on Emma Glasby.
So first foul on Glasby. Hutchins for the three-point play, gets the conventional three-point play, so able to convert at the free throw line for her. Snowbirds up 18-7 with 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Running the weave action up top. Open shot for McKinley. Too strong off the backboard. Glasby inside digging that one out. And she got the offensive rebound, but it looked like deflected off of her foot. So it'll be Trojan basketball here.
And Charles, something I like about the St. Mary's team is 2 of our seniors, Macy and Ava, are out. And the underclassmen are coming in, doing the same thing, ready to pick it up where they left off.
And Glasby got the steal, put it on the deck a couple times, and was whistled for a travel as she was trying to pirouette through the lane to get that layup up. I like the move. I think she just took one additional step. Central Lake's going to bounce this one down deep into the paint, but tough luck miss inside for the Trojans as the Snowbirds peel this one back out. Down the rail it goes to Sydney Grzinski. Corner kick for McKinley. Three-pointer, no good, too strong. Good offensive possession. Snowbirds doing a good job of sharing the ball so far. Alex, you had a comment you wanted to make about how well the Snowbirds are sharing the ball so far early on in this game.
Yeah, they've definitely improved on their previous game against Pelston, where they had a lot of misses, and especially led by Ava Schultz tonight, as well as some of the other senior leaders. They've really been filling it up early.
Yeah, exactly. With, I think, 4 3-pointers made in the first quarter. As a nice shot fake drive, left-handed scoop shots off the high glass and in for Central Lake, making a little bit of a run here at the end of the first quarter. Can the Snowbirds answer? Krasinski has it. She'll kick to McKinley. Turns down the 3. Jeffers has it. Launches it. No good. Offensive board by Morrell. She's got 6 seconds left to go. Jeffers takes another one. No good. Rebound to the Trojans. 2 seconds. 1 second. That's going to end the quarter. And as the quarter ends, we're going to step aside here. So Snowbirds up 18-9 at the end of 8 minutes of play. We're going to take a quick timeout and hear from our friends at Golf Gaylord and be right back with second quarter action after this on Next Level Broadcast. Okay, welcome back into high school basketball on Next Level Broadcasting. St. Mary's Snowbirds hosting the Central Lake Trojans tonight. It is an 18-9 game after 1 quarter of play. Charles Strail joined by the Powers Bros tonight. That's Alex and Daniel for those of you playing at home. Alex, what have you seen so far from the Snowbirds in the first quarter?
Much of the signature Snowbirds game where it's press on offense, press on defense, run on offense, and put up as many shots as you can and hope for those offensive, work for those offensive rebounds.
Exactly. If you're putting up a shot, you want to get that offensive rebound, as we're joined tonight by senior point guard of the St. Mary boys basketball team, Gavin Bevel. He's going to put on a headset here. We're going to talk to him for a little bit. Talk about that game last night versus Onaway as Central Lake's going to break the Snowbird pressure. Up it goes, 17-foot jump shot, no good, too strong. Macy Bevel with the board. Snowbirds looking to push this one back in a hurry to extend this 9-point lead. Bevel with an open shot. McKinley turns it down. Schultz takes an even more open shot and drains it. So good job by McKinley finding Schultz, finding the hot hand. That's Schultz's 4 3-pointer of the first half. So welcome in Gavin. Gavin, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Hey, doing great. And listen, it's been a long 48 hours of basketball for you and your teammates on the boys' side of things. How are the legs feeling after playing back-to-back games and coming out on top of each of those games?
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, we're a little sore, but we felt good yesterday. It was like a warm-up game. So today I'm feeling a little bit more than I was yesterday, but I think we'll get some rest tonight, and we're back at it tomorrow. So
I'm back at it tomorrow against a tough opponent in Traverse City Christian. However, I was talking to your head coach, Dale Jacobs, earlier today, and he felt a big relief after winning last night's game in Onaway by 15 points. He said to me, quote, when you go to Onaway and they're a tough team, when you play Onaway and they're good, it's kind of like going into a hornet's nest with their atmosphere and their fans. And talk about what that potential home crowd advantage that Onaway has going into that atmosphere.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, going there the past few years, even when it hasn't been a big game, it's just a crazy atmosphere. And then we knew going in there tomorrow, both being undefeated in the Ski Valley and at the top of the Ski Valley, it was going to be a crazy place to play. So last night was fun for sure, and props to them for the whole town coming out early. And
yeah, I mean, we couldn't see the Onaway sidelines from our vantage point and camera angle as Macy Bevel was going to slice through the lane, get the scoop shot up and in. But you felt it. I mean, they're a lot of their town. Like when you drive through Onaway and it's a big game, like the stores are closed, there's no cars on the streets, the traffic lights. I mean, you could basically drive through a red light in Onaway when there's a big game going on. And you guys had a really, really good fourth quarter. You scored 22 points in the fourth quarter. 16 of those points came from Dylan Croft and Rylan Metelsky to close out Onaway down the stretch. What can you tell us about your teammates, Dylan and Rylan, and the confidence that they showed last night in a really, really big game.
Yeah, it was crazy. It felt like they matured a lot over just the past 2 games. I mean, with just the foul trouble we've been going through the past 2 games with Brody and DJ. That's really crazy to me that how we played, especially without 2 of our top scorers. I mean,
Right.
coming out with a victory against them was really good. So I have really good confidence in both of them passing the ball down low to them, and I have trust that they'll finish it strong. So.
And another critical point to mention there is that you as a team went 20 of 28 from the free throw line last night. A lot of those free throws came in the 3rd and 4th quarter down the stretch run when you needed to ice that game. Dylan Croft was big and really instrumental in the 4th quarter, getting to the free throw line. You found him multiple occasions, and he was just able to go to the line calmly and make about 75% of his free throws in the 3rd and 4th quarter. So having that ability to, adapt when things don't go your way in terms of foul trouble, it definitely bodes well for your chances of team performance going forward. Do you have to agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with you totally. I mean, last night when we'd get the ball to me or Brody, they didn't want to foul us. They wanted to foul Croft, and I told Croft, make them pay for it. It's like they're bashing you right now. So he went to the line, and I think he at least made 1 out of 2 every time, and it was impressive, and I hope he can keep playing that way.
And in the offensive execution, I got to give you a lot of credit and your teammates a lot of credit for it. You were able to find open teammates. Alex and I called the game last night, and as we were talking about it, your effective field goal percentage, which basically takes out possessions that you had a turnover on. So when you put a shot up, we estimated that your effective field goal percentage was well above 50% from the field, or you got to the free throw line on that possession. Right. What can you say about the spacing that you guys felt working against that pressure, and also just being able to work in cohesion and unison as players 5 on the dice? I know you got a lot of different press breakers that head coach Dale Jacobs wants to use, but when you were getting shots, they were going in for the majority of the time last night.
Yeah, it was. It's really good. I mean, we definitely turned the ball over a lot more than we wanted to without Brody and DJ in the game. But I feel like once we got it to the middle and then we squared up and faced to the rim, we had 2 guys come to the rim, and we shared the ball well in that, and we're unselfish and get to the free throw line at least. So it's really good to have trust in every one of our players to.
Yeah, as Macy Bevel's going to knock down the long 3-pointer, extending that lead to 26-14. Another thing that I want to make mention is, each player on your team, I should say your team is developing multiple facets of abilities and different types of styles to play with. So, for instance, at the beginning of the season in that first game versus Hillman, I don't think you guys had truly gelled into the defensive scheme that you want to play, and I've been really impressed with the development into the defensive scheme that guys like Brody, DJ, Donovan, and Rylan have had. I mean, those 4 guys, if you're wearing an opposing jersey, you do not want to see any of those 4 standing in front of you.
Yeah.
What can you say about the progression of your teammates defensively and how it helps you kind of be able to see the floor better on the offensive end, and also position yourself to get those defensive steals?
Yeah, obviously. I was just talking to Coach and the guys yesterday. If I was an opposing team, having Donovan guard me for 5 minutes and then coming out and seeing Rylan come in and have to guard me, it'd be awful. I mean, you'd be out of gas and you wouldn't be able to do much. So, and then Brody and DJ are obviously good defenders too when they're not fouling, and I think the reason we're really good this year is because we got scores, but we also got guys that are role players, and like Donovan knows his job, and he knows he play good defense, box out, and be big in the paint. It's going to help us going forward. So
yeah, and one thing about Donovan last night, I thought it was a turning point in the game. Onaway had just taken the lead 40-39. They came out with a 4-0 run to start the 3rd quarter. The adjustment at halftime was to start that diagonal skip pass from where you were bringing the ball up. You threw it up to Donovan. He attacked one of the bigger kids on Onaway's team, Pry, and went in right to his chest and got it to go off the glass. I thought that was a big turning point, or just a pivotal play in his ability. It shows his confidence and also the confidence you have in him to throw it up the court and trust that he's going to make a good play.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, he plays good defense, but knowing when to shoot the ball and when not to shoot the ball is also huge, especially in big games and when games are close like that. So I was impressed with everyone's effort last night, and I'm super glad we came out with the win.
Yeah, it was definitely an exciting game to watch, but As we look ahead on the schedule, a non-conference opponent versus Traverse City Christian. But let's talk about the Ski Valley and the implications that last night's win has on that Ski Valley race. So now it pretty much guarantees that the Ski Valley has to run through the Monsignor Kaminsky Gymnasium now that you've went on the road and have gotten that first essential tiebreaker versus Onaway. You can now, within reason, say that if a team's going to have to come in here and beat you guys in order to take your title.
Yeah, I think especially winning there was huge. I mean, getting a win against I-Lakes or Onaway would be huge as it is, but having to go there first and getting the win was awesome. So I think we're going to have a lot of confidence playing in our own gym against them, and then we're going to have to take it to I-Lakes two times to come away with Ski Valley. But, those are good teams, so we're looking forward.
Exactly, and by no means, those two teams actually play tomorrow night.
Right. Yeah.
So one of those teams is going to, if Onaway loses, that'll put them with 2 conference losses. If Inland Lakes loses, that will put them with 1 conference loss. So definitely a big game for those 2 clubs tonight or tomorrow night. And coming up, you've got 4 games coming up this week and next week combined. Of those 4 games, 2 of them are non-conference. You have 2 conference games coming up versus Central Lake and Joburg.
Yep.
So obviously you have Central Lake at home. Then you go on the road to Joburg. What can you tell us about what you've seen or have heard throughout, like, the rumblings within the conference about your next 2 conference opponents?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard much about Central Lake. It's always tough to play in their gym, though, but like you said, we're here, so hopefully we can come away with a victory there. But Joburg also, I mean, it's a rivalry game, no matter the record, so you can't go in there thinking you're going to win every game. I feel like we did that on Monday against Pelston, and then the second half we finally played our basketball. So you got to go into every game, no matter who the opponent is, thinking
you got to play your A game.
Yep. So.
And that's something that I think you guys did in the final 16 minutes against Pelston. The second quarter, you guys were only able to put 5 points up on the board, and ended that half going into halftime at 24-21. So it made it pretty difficult for you to establish that rhythm in the third quarter. But in that game, Brody was setting up Dylan with fine dimes in the block, and you've got a lot of different players that are capable of having or executing different roles. And we saw it last night, where if like 1 or 2 players go to the bench or have foul trouble, or God forbid, knock on wood, that somebody like tweaks an ankle or something like that, you have a player who can step in, who can not only play their role, but doesn't feel intimidated and out of character. Right. For what you really need them to do. So I think that's a very important characteristic of a successful team and a team with championship aspirations. So I want to thank you for joining us in the second quarter tonight. Good luck tomorrow versus Traverse City Christian. Any thoughts on how the girls are playing right now?
Yeah, they're playing well. I mean, I think they're turning the ball over a little bit too much, and there's been a lot of – I think it's a physical game for a girls' game for sure. Central Lake's coming to play, even though they're down 10,
but
down
it's
10.
I think Central Lake has been able to match the intensity level.
Right, I agree. Yeah, I think we got to get Ava Schultz some more shots when she's open.
It's going in.
Yeah, it's going in. She's a great shooter. So.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for joining us tonight, and good luck tomorrow as Central Lake's going to bring this one down, get to the free throw line. Gavin, good luck tomorrow, and
thank you.
Good luck to the rest of the Snowbird boys team as you kind of get ready to run through this gauntlet of a schedule right now. Much like the Michigan State Spartans schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
But got a big win just like Michigan State did last night nonetheless. So thanks for joining us.
Yep, all right, see you.
As first free throws drops for Central Lake with 1 minute left to go in the second quarter. We've got a 28-19 game. Second free throw is good. So Central Lake cuts that lead to 8 points with just over 55 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Daniel Powers is going to resume his position on the headset. And Daniel, you've been keeping stats here. Next dead ball, let's get an update on what that statistical breakdown is looking like as Macy Bevel was able to get that to go off the glass. Central Lake coming right back. Nice Euro step, unable to finish, though. with just under 30 seconds to play. Deep corner three is good. Nice triple from the corner. I believe that's the third three-point make of the evening for Central Lake, as Ava Schultz is going to line one up. Too strong. Central Lake with an opportunity for the last shot of the quarter. Opportunity to cut it to a two-possession game. Going in and attacking. Nice offensive rebound by the Trojans. Up, but no good. Good defense by Schultz. Grzinski with the buzzer beater attempt. No good off the backboard. So St. Mary at the end of 2 quarters of play is going to go into the halftime locker room up 30-23. So a pretty tightly contested game here between the Trojans and the Snowbirds. These 2 conference opponents going at it. We're going to step aside here for a quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to have our first half analysis and our thoughts going into the third quarter right after this on Next Level Broadcast.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors, financiers, and most of all, their clients. J&J Construction has been completing quality homes and improvement projects that add value to the communities they serve. They bring a passion for innovation and a commitment to quality to every job they do. Call them today.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Welcome back to Monsignor Kaminsky Gymnasium as the Snowbirds lead the Trojans 30-23 here tonight. Daniel, what do you see out there from both teams?
A solid half from both teams. We didn't know what to expect coming into this game. I'll be honest, I dropped the ball a little bit on the Trojan end of my stats, working the commentating and writing, but we got some good showings from Caitlin Wolgamott, Olivia Eggleston, and off the bench, Aspen Evans came in kind of when they needed it to get a couple points on the board. The Trojans stayed pretty much out of foul trouble with just 2 players picking up 2 each with Caitlin and Olivia. On the St. Mary's end of things, 2 standout players, Macy Bevel and Ava Schultz, as always, coming in, senior leadership. Ava's got 14 points for the half, and then Macy's
Could use a statistician here.
yeah, we'll put in the budget for the next game. If I can read my writing.
Macy's got a lot of points.
Macy's got a lot of points.
And one thing I've been surprised by is early on I said that
14 points.
Macy Bevel with 14 points, so leading the Snowbirds. One thing I've been surprised by has been the Trojans' ability to stay in the game. Honestly, at the beginning of the game, both teams were struggling, and I expected the Snowbirds to clean it up. And as most games have gone for them this year, they clean it up while forcing the other team to continue playing sloppily. But the Central Lake Trojans have really kept up with the Snowbirds and cleaned up their turnovers, and both teams are playing really clean, solid, tough games. So we've got an exciting half to come.
And Alex, I think every time we see these girls play, we're expecting them to clean up because just of the what we know of them so far, what we've seen in the past years, this year, and then just the program itself, we're always just expecting the girls to have a great showing.
Exactly. And as we were saying at the beginning of the show, I think, Charles, you mentioned the past 2 or 3 years. I was checking the board up there with all of our past conference titles, and the Snowbirds have 8. The Snowbird women have 8 out of the last 11 conference championships. So spanning 3 coaches, they just don't stop, and you can expect Snowbird greatness from them.
I think that's actually more conference championships than the University of Alabama. So the ability for the Snowbirds to execute
All right, yeah.
Charles was saying that that's more than the University of Alabama.
Yeah, and I can remember, I'm a junior in college now, and I can remember going to Snowbird quarterfinals games in the 4th grade.
So I mean, it's definitely been something that's been established for the Lady Snowbirds.
But back to the game tonight. What do you expect coming from the Snowbirds in the second half to finish out this game?
A lot of the same. Hopefully we can skip that first couple minutes. We had a little bit of sloppiness, some turnovers for both teams. If we just clean that up, the jitters are out of the way. We're all ready to play. A lot of the same should happen. Some scoring, some good looks inside, just and good teamwork on both ends.
And how can the Trojans try and come into the gym and pull the upset?
Well, I definitely think one of the things that Central Lake has been able to do is they've been able to muck this game up and muddy it up. St. Mary wants to do that instinctively against an opponent, but Central Lake has been able to handle this pressure by St. Mary, force 2-on-1, 3-on-2 opportunities at the rim, and then clean it up with offensive rebounds, and then also get to the free throw line. Central Lake's been able to get to the free throw line, get some easier opportunities. You can definitely just tell by watching the game that a free throw opportunity is going to be a higher percentage shot than trying to go against this vaunted St. Mary defense. So getting to the free throw line, I think, really helps stabilize the ship for Central Lake in the first half, able to kind of withstand those runs that St. Mary was throwing at them with those 3-point barrages by Schultz, Bebel hitting a couple threes as well. And if you look up at the scoreboard right now, it's only a 7-point game. And judging by the way that the Trojans played versus the offensive execution and efficiency of the Snowbirds, you would think that the Snowbirds were up by 20 points. But you look at the scoreboard, and Central Lake only down 7 at half. So that presents something that's dangerous right now, dangerous Trojan team with 16 minutes left to play in this game, only down 7 based upon how they played in the first half.
And I would add to that, earlier you were talking about the effective field goal percentage, how the Coach Schultz likes it when the Snowbirds put up a lot of shots because they're banking on getting those offensive rebounds. Tonight, it's been about 50-50. The Trojans have been able to pull down some of those defensive rebounds to throw off their strategy a little bit.
Yeah, and when that happens, you can just mess up the other team's plan completely. And that's what you're looking for. That's what we work on in film, to look at this team, break it down, who's the scorers, what are their strategies, and how can I interfere with that? How can I mess that up?
And one of the things for the Trojans is I see 5 seniors on this team. So when other teams might come in and be intimidated by St. Mary's senior leadership, the Central Lake Trojans can match it, and that's part of the reason they're still in this game.
Exactly, Alex, and you hit the nail on the head, Daniel. So with that, we're just about 1 minute and 30 seconds away from getting this one back underway in the third quarter. This is the Next Level halftime show presented by the Gaylord Eye Care Center. We're going to step aside and hear a quick word from our sponsors and be back with third quarter action right after this on Next Level Broadcast.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
Are you interested in building a new home or renovating an existing one? With over 100 years of combined experience, J&J Construction is one of the most reliable and respected general contractors in our service area. J&J is a trusted construction partner valued by architects, subcontractors.
Macy Bevel taking the point guard position. Kicks to McKinley. And a skip pass almost intercepted, but Sydney gets away with it. And that's going to be out on the Snowbirds. Oh, never mind. Trojans.
Oh, it'll be Snowbird ball.
Ava Schultz to take it out. Kicks to Bevel. McKinley. And Ava taking it
Nice
right
little
in.
inbound play
Misses the mid-range jumper.
so far, but she has cooled off a little bit from her fire-hot start from the beginning of the game.
You know, you can only go so much. Sometimes you got to pass off to the rest of the team. And that's going to be a steal for the Trojans.
And a
but
quick foul.
Travel
Oh.
call.
I think that was still probably a foul, but they traveled first.
If you're not first, you're last, I guess. All right, Ava Schultz to take it out.
Bevel bringing it across half court. Up top, Snowbird or the Trojans in a looks like a 1-2-2 press.
It looks like it, yeah.
And Snowbirds
Sydney.
easily break it, but don't get the shot up and a quick turnover. So the Trojans do end up forcing that turnover.
And that's you don't want that to start off the half here, Alex. It's as you want to build momentum as soon as possible.
Right. You don't want to be knocking off the rest midway and even towards the end of the third quarter, the start of the fourth. You want to clean it up now.
Looks like Caitlin will take Wolgamont. We'll take it out. She'll kick it into number 23, Liberty Perry. Trojans take it up top. Some good patience here on the Trojan end. A nice skip pass. Looks inside. Oh, and that will just be out. A great look, but you can't always finish.
And the ball on a loose ball will stay here with the Trojans as they line up their out-of-bounds play. Oh, right off the back. And the
reverse layup
finish.
goes in. Number 4, Caitlin Wolgamont.
That's something you talk about in practice, but you never actually expect it to work.
And she saw her opportunity, and she took it. Sydney Krasinski from the corner.
Cannot answer, and the Trojans are back. They could have a chance to bring this into a one-possession game.
And a play like that, some style on it, really helps get the crowd going, get your team going.
Big momentum booster right there.
Yes. Only a 5-point difference now. The Trojans, I don't know what they said in the locker room, but they are out and ready to play.
And that is actually the first points of the half as well for either team, coming 2 minutes into the quarter.
Macy with the rebound. She takes it up herself. And she'll go almost all the way with it. She loses control and knocks it out of bounds.
I'm not quite sure that was off Bevel, but the officials send it back to Central Lake.
Are you going to refer him to Gaylord Eye Care, Alex?
I might after this game.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it does. Some good calls so far, so we won't.
Although they
go
were
too
nice
much.
in the pregame,
They
so
were.
maybe I'll spare him one.
A good conversation goes a long way. Central Lake in the corner. Dribble to the
Nice
top.
steal. Oh, almost.
Number 10, Journey Hutchins will take it.
And a moving screen by the Trojans, so the ball will return to St. Mary's. Don't see much of that in high school girls basketball.
It's a very commonly missed call. You're right. For this timeout, are we taking it to commercial?
Let's stay right here.
We're gonna stay right here, and we're gonna thank our sponsors for bringing this game to you. Wherever you're watching from, wherever you're sitting at home, hopefully you got a log on the fire. It's a cold night out there in northern Michigan tonight. If you're tuning in from any other parts of the country, let us know using that Professional Seamless Gutters text-in line. We're gonna put that up on screen so everybody can text in and tell us where you're watching from, and we'll give you a shout out if you make the cut if you're the furthest away. So that's up on screen right now, so you can text us Using that professional seamless gutters text in line. Back to you guys.
Nice 3-2 zone for the Trojans. Snowbirds trying to work it inside, see if they can break it. Get a quick shot in the corner.
Wide open. And she puts it in. She's been waiting for that one all night.
And Trojans back at it. Try and get past Ava Schultz, but she denies him, and she denies him twice. Ava Schultz bringing that Schultz Party Store gas.
Putting some heat on it, too.
Did you fill up there the other night when you drove by?
Oh, absolutely. Can't miss. Right on I-75, Schultz Party Store.
There's no. It actually has the best gas, proven scientifically somehow, of any gas station in northern Michigan.
That's proven by Ava Schultz with a nice block.
She is
block party.
She's really leading the Snowbirds tonight. She came to play for sure. And that's what you expect out of the coach's daughter. Expect her to be one of the leaders on the team.
Miriam taking it up. She'll take it all the way herself. Ava with it. Just out.
She's padding her stats with offensive rebounds right now.
And both these teams are getting really good looks, but have trouble finishing at when they get to the basket. Looks like a foul call
on Ava Schultz, so the Trojans will go to the line with about 4.5 left in this third quarter. Snowbirds brought the lead back up to 8, but still anyone's game. And we got a viewer coming in from Tucson, Arizona. What's the weather like out there tonight on this fine Wednesday night?
I'd say hotter than here, but, I mean, we're not getting too much of our snow that we usually get this time of year. I guess Arizona's probably still hotter than here, but.
Yeah, probably.
And number 23, Liberty Perry, will put both in. Two of Tyler Bowerman, St. Mary's, and Next Level Broadcasting Legends' favorite kind of shot, the free throw.
Exactly.
Sydney Grzinski kicks it across the court to to Miriam, sorry.
If you're a regular on Next Level Broadcasting, you will know that free throws are, in fact, free. And you do not have to pay for them.
Not at all. Not a cent. You do have to pay a cent at Schultz Party Store, but it's worth every single penny, no matter what you get there.
Absolutely. So the Trojans will be taking the ball just behind half court. Get it to number 23, Liberty Perry, taking it up the court. To the right wing. Back up top. Snowbirds have some tough defense. They're in man-to-man. To the corner. She wants to put up a shot, but decides not to. Passes it back. And tipped out of bounds by Macy Bevel. Nice defense there to get the stop and throw off the rhythm of the possession.
Now, during our interview with Gavin Bevel, I got the chance to take off the headset for a little bit, and I was just able to hear Pat Schultz constantly communicating with his team, telling everyone where to go, what his vision is, what he wants to see, and how this team can play it through.
That's what great coaches will do, is they have their players' ear at all times in the game. They are always ready to, the players are always ready to listen to him, and it's very valuable to have that kind of connection.
And it looks like a foul called on Macy Bevel after, I don't know about that one. That could have been a jump ball, I think, but we've opted for a foul here.
How many is that on Macy Bevel?
I think we have 2 on Bevel now.
All right, so she had a clean first half, which allows her to stay in the game even with 2.
1 first half. And the Trojans have it on the offensive end. A 3, and that goes in. Number 4, Caitlin Wolgamott. And we're saying her name a lot tonight.
Nice move to trip up Macy Bevel on that and get a wide open 3.
Some conversation with Trojan coach and the refs.
I think they might be discussing the score.
If only they had it like on the wall or something. Oh, and some words exchanged.
Nice words.
Nice words, of course. And
always.
Basketball is a very friendly sport at all times, you know.
Sydney
a
Krasinski,
deep 3.
Too strong. Macy Bevel with the offensive rebound. And fighting for it is Macy Bevel and drawing the
and
foul.
Yes. That's to be a number 5, Olivia Eagleston. And that's her 3rd on the night.
So Miriam Morel will take it out. Snowbirds trying to get a nice sideline out of bounds play drawn up.
And early in this first half, a different tone.
Second half.
Second half, thanks, Alex. A different tone. We started the game, both teams a little sloppy, kind of getting some turnovers, and both teams ready to fight, a little bit too aggressive, some would say. They're fighting for every ball, looking for every opportunity to get a leg up.
Apart from that loose ball, has been for the Snowbirds and for the Trojan. It's been a very crisp last couple of minutes. Hopefully they can keep it up, see some tough, clean basketball as opposed to a sloppy game that we saw in the first half.
And, yeah, with the first half, you just want to build on that. Speaking of building, J&J Construction is another one of our amazing sponsors of Next Level Broadcasting. J&J Construction is available for any of your needs, big or small, and they'll help you out HGTV style, as Charles mentioned earlier.
Like I said, man, if you get caught up in that HGTV, you try to, you and your wife, you try to do that Chip and Johanna Gaines stuff, man. Listen, if you get over your head in one of those home improvement renovation projects, just make it simple. Call J&J. They'll help you out, get you out of whatever hot water that you're in. Or if you have an overall project that you're starting from scratch, they're the people that everyone trusts and goes to and refers. That's J&J Construction, building block. Let's see if the St. Mary's Snowbirds can build on this 4-point lead after taking that timeout with 2 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Macy Bevel at the top of the key. Kicks to Sydney Grzinski and right back. St. Mary's on their feet. With our student sections into this game. Sydney Grzinski kicks out to Miriam. She puts it up and just too much on that one, and it comes out.
And it'll stay with the Snowbirds. Mistake on the Trojans trying to go for that rebound. It was clearly going out of bounds, so they'll try and make up for that with a defensive stop. And slowly but surely, the Trojans have clawed back into this game with a lead of only 4 for the Snowbirds. So nice stop and a couple of possessions, and it could be a tie game or even a Trojan lead.
Macy kicks it out to Ava. Ava's at the top of the key. And we mentioned in a previous game, to have someone the size of Ava, who is able to play both the post position and a guard position, is insanely valuable to the St. Mary's team. Trojans will take it right back to the side of the court, kick it out, number 23. Oh, I thought his shot was going up there. And another corner shot from number 4.
It is going up, and Trojans get the ball back.
Maybe a
not
jump ball.
Sure what the call is.
Officials conferring. Yeah, it'll be a jump ball. Caitlin Wolgamont will take it out. I can't get that last name down. And a different out-of-bounds play set up here. See if this one works any better.
And she spins out of it, and too strong.
much.
So Emma McKinley will bring the ball up the court. Nice skip pass is intercepted by the Trojans. Still down only 4 points.
Liberty Perry of the Trojans to take it up. A nice screen. Gets her some space, but she picks up her dribble. She cannot move.
And nice fight for the ball.
And that's going to go to St. Mary's, I believe.
Flipping the possession arrow back to the Trojans.
And Ava Schultz will take it out.
And Macy Bell bringing the call up. And shout out to Emma McKinley's grandparents watching from Brooksville, Florida. I'm not sure if that beats Tucson, Arizona, but it does beat Gaylord in the weather. And family from Macy Bevel calling from Massachusetts. So we've got people all over the country watching here tonight.
We're really bringing it to the next level with this program with the help of you guys. Keep on tuning in. Tell your friends, tell your family. We're on here every St. Mary's game, so you can check in from wherever you are in the world and watch these games. And with that,
see who's the first international viewer. Might have to get you like a little trophy or something.
Ava Schultz from 3.
Rebound
Just off the
Glasby, puts
mark.
it back up, and gets it. So Snowbirds have extended the lead back to 9 as we have 1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
And they will bring the pressure right away. Trojans are
Almost.
able to get through it, though.
Not for long as the
Haley
Snowbirds
Jeffers.
knock it out of bounds. So we'll stay with the Trojans, but they'll have to draw up a play out of bounds. Try and get a quick bucket here.
And right into the rim and back. We'll get a foul call on.
So with 28 seconds left, we'll see if Coach Schultz will want the team to hold for one shot or try and get a quick 2 for 1 or what.
And I think it's going to be the one shot as Macy Bevel walks the ball up.
You got a dice formation from the Snowbirds offsetting the zone that the Trojans are running, but they cannot keep it out of Trojans' hands, and they force a jump ball. The ball returned to the Trojans with 12 seconds left. See if they can cut the lead going into the fourth quarter.
And even with the headset now, I can hear our St. Mary's coach.
And
Another
it's
shot. Macy
still
Bevel intercepts that one, and she'll take it herself. And right back to her, and she'll draw the foul with 5 seconds left in the third quarter.
Cannot get the
line.
finish, but vital play there by Macy Bevel, throwing off the Trojan lead or the Trojan attack and hoping to extend the lead to 10 going into the fourth quarter. A nice, comfortable lead that they can build off of.
And she will be halfway there with that first free throw going in. See if she can hit the second. And both of them in. The Trojans take it out.
Almost turn it over.
And a shot a little early there with 4 seconds to go.
Giving the Snowbirds a chance to have a half-court heave.
With 1.4 seconds left. We'll see if we can give a Hail Mary shot here.
Shout out to Our Lady up in the corner.
She's here to watch every single home game. A deep pass by Ava.
Oh, she's got
Macy
a shot.
Put it up.
Oh.
Just out. And with that, we will send it to a commercial, and then we'll be right back with Next Level Broadcasting.
Benigno, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, drain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or
Welcome back to the fourth quarter of Snowbird basketball. They hold an 11-point lead going into the last quarter.
And that lead is a little bit more comfortable, but it is fought hard for as both these teams are fighting tooth and nail for this game. Looks like Emma, she's back at it, holding her ankle there. At St. Mary's, Coach O'Connell taught me, but I don't know who taught the girls for the difference between hurt and injured.
Probably still Coach O'Connell.
Probably still Coach O'Connell. You're right. And if you can still walk, then you can still run. And if you can still run, you can still play. Kaylee Jeffers tries to kick it out.
And
a foul called, I think. Maybe.
A little sloppy to start this fourth quarter.
Yep, and blue, number 5, that is Olivia Eagleston. with her 4th on the night.
Oh, we have another long-range viewer as Alira Cook's grandparents are watching from Las Vegas. Her grandparents, uncle, and cousins are supporting us all the way from
Ava Stahl
Sin
from
City.
3. Sorry, I interrupted there, but from Las Vegas. Hey, if you're in the mood to gamble in Vegas,
Gamble on the
Ava
Snowbirds.
Schultz.
Yes, absolutely.
And a player is down on the Trojans. And we'll get a break coming in here as we figure out what's going on.
I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Halftime show. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined by Charles Strail, Daniel Smith on the camera tonight, Charles. And I mean, first of all, we got to say the swag. It's getting close to making me look good.
Play call from coach. It's 3rd and 6. Just on their side of midfield. Steenman's going to haul it up and wide open downfield is Barrett, and he is gone. Check that. 2 ends off the left side. It's a toss to Backlund up the left side. Breaks one tackle. He's in. Enough. Chris Kashoniak looks up the middle to Cordy. It is complete. Great catch. Conrad Cordy. Nothing but green after the stiff arm. Touchdown Snowbirds. What a play. The snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. The kick is no good.
This is Charles, founder of Next Level Broadcasting. Interested in advertising on our channel? Get a hold of us. And next week, this commercial could be yours.
Halftime show. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined by Charles Strail, Daniel Smith on the camera tonight, Charles. And I mean, first of all, we got to say the swag. It's getting close to making me look good.
Play call from coach. It's 3rd and 6. Just on their side of midfield. Steenman's going to haul it up and wide open downfield is Barrett, and he is gone. Check that. 2 ends off the left side. It's a toss to Backlund up the left side. Breaks one tackle. He's in. Enough. Chris Kashoniak looks up the middle to Cordy. It is complete. Great catch. Conrad Cordy. Nothing but green after the stiff arm. Touchdown Snowbirds. What a play. The snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. The kick is no good.
This is Charles, founder of Next Level Broadcasting. Interested in advertising on our channel? Get a hold of us. And next week, this commercial could be yours.
Fine.
Welcome to Next Level Broadcasting, where we have a player down on the court. So we will be showing a few more of our sponsors before we figure out what's going on.
Halftime show. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined by Charles Strail, Daniel Smith on the camera tonight, Charles. And I mean, first of all, we got to say the swag. It's getting close to making me look good.
Play call from coach. It's 3rd and 6. Just on their side of midfield. Steenman's going to haul it up, and wide open downfield is Barrett, and he is gone. Check that. 2 ends off the left side. It's a toss to Backlund up the left side. Breaks one tackle. He's in. Enough. Chris Kashoniak looks up the middle to Cordy. It is complete. Great catch. Conrad Cordy. Nothing but green after the stiff arm. Touchdown Snowbirds. What a play. The snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. The kick is no good. Just.
This is Charles, founder of Next Level Broadcasting. Interested in advertising on our channel? Get a hold of us. And next week, this commercial could be yours.
Halftime show. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined by Charles Strail, Daniel Smith on the camera tonight, Charles. And, I mean, first of all, we got to say the swag. It's getting close to making me look good.
Play call from coach. It's 3rd and 6. Just on their side of midfield. Steenman's going to haul it up, and wide open downfield is Barrett, and he is gone. Check that. 2 ends off the left side. It's a toss to Backlund up the left side. Breaks one tackle. He's in. Enough. Chris Kashoniak looks up the middle to Cordy. It is complete. Great catch. Conrad Cordy. Nothing but green after the stiff arm. Touchdown Snowbirds. What a play. The snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. The kick is no good. Just.
This is Charles, founder of Next Level Broadcasting. Interested in advertising on our channel? Get a hold of us. And next week, this commercial could be yours.
Okay, welcome back into Next Level Broadcasting's coverage of high school basketball. We're live from the Monsignor Kaminsky Gymnasium, where we've had a lengthy stoppage in play. We have a high school athlete down on the floor. It's a Central Lake Trojan who's in a lot of pain right now. It's a 43-29 game with just under 7 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. We want to thank you for being with us and hanging out with us during this delay. We're going to take some time to just kind of go about a quick game summary. It was a 7-point game going into half with the Snowbirds up a score of 30-23. Central Lake did a real good job in that third quarter. They cut the lead down to as few as 4 points, 33-29. However, after being only up by 4 points, the Snowbirds have gone on a 10-0 run to extend this lead to 43-29 before this injury occurred. Let me bring in Daniel. You have the scores sheet in front of you. What's the scoring summary looking like so far for each team?
Yeah, Charles, for St. Mary's, not a crazy different night because we have Macy Bevel and Ava Schultz leading the team. They're our 2 leading scorers. On the Trojan end of things, I think our best showing tonight is from Caitlin Wolgamott. Thank you to Miss Debbie Wolgamott, who helped us in the chat with name pronunciation. She's had a great night. She picked up 2 fouls, but she's one of the team's leading scorers and very much a leader out there on the court.
And yeah, so it's been a great game so far, and Trojans are still in it. We're just hoping that Emma Woolard, the senior from Central Lake, is okay.
And like Charles said, with the Trojans have had as few as 4-point difference in this game, and oftentimes basketball, the scoreboard doesn't tell the whole story, and when you watch the game, you see just how much both these teams are fighting, how much of a fight this game is on both ends of the ball.
Absolutely. So yeah, we will continue with the coverage as soon as we get things up and going. Snowbirds have been playing well tonight, especially like you said, Macy Bevel and Ava Schultz. And a couple of Trojans have been playing very well also. So great showing by the combined, I think, 9 seniors out on the court tonight. So a lot of years of hard work coming together for some very successful and exciting basketball.
And it's not every game that we see a team really stick with the St. Mary's press and even rival them with their own press that has interfered with St. Mary's bringing the ball a couple times. This Trojan team is showing off their athleticism as well as just mental and physical body control. Just
absolutely, and it was very rusty to start the game, very sloppy by both teams, and both teams have been able to clean it up. So it's going to be vital, especially with this long break, that they don't come out of the gate rusty for these final 7 minutes. They need to be warmed up, ready to play.
Well, this is the part of the next level broadcasting and just high school sports in general that's kind of sobering. I don't want to cut back into this too abruptly, but we have a high school athlete down from Central Lake. She's in a lot of pain, favoring a lower extremity. Can't tell if it's the left or right leg. That's the most update that we can give everyone watching, or just everyone tuning in wondering why. We just have the camera on the scoreboard. It's not any technical difficulties. We just, out of respect for the student athlete who's injured on the floor right now, we don't want to draw too much attention to the medical personnel that are attending to her. So with that being said, we're gonna step aside for a quick timeout and be back after this message.
Halftime show. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined by Charles Strail, Daniel Smith on the camera tonight, Charles. And I mean, first of all, we got to say the swag. It's getting close to making me look good.
Play call from coach. It's 3rd and 6. Just on their side of midfield. Steenman's going to haul it up, and wide open downfield is Barrett, and he is gone. Check that. 2 ends off the left side. It's a toss to Backlund up the left side. Breaks one tackle. He's in. Enough. Chris Kashoniak looks up the middle to Cordy. It is complete. Great catch. Conrad Cordy. Nothing but green after the stiff arm. Touchdown Snowbirds. What a play. The snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. The kick is no good.
This is Charles, founder of Next Level Broadcasting. Interested in advertising on our channel? Get a hold of us. And next week, this commercial could be yours.
Halftime show. I'm Pat O'Connor, joined by Charles Strail, Daniel Smith on the camera tonight, Charles. And I mean, first of all, we got to say the swag. It's getting close to making me look good.
Play call from coach. It's 3rd and 6. Just on their side of midfield. Steenman's going to haul it up, and wide open downfield is Barrett, and he is gone. Check that. 2 ends off the left side. It's a toss to Backlund up the left side. Breaks one tackle. He's in. Enough. Chris Kashoniak looks up the middle to Cordy. It is complete. Great catch. Conrad Cordy. Nothing but green after the stiff arm. Touchdown Snowbirds. What a play. The snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. The kick is no good.
This is Charles, founder of Next Level Broadcasting. Interested in advertising on our channel? Get a hold of us. And next week, this commercial could be yours.
Okay, we're back in. Still 6 minutes 57 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Want to appreciate everybody who's viewing this, just kind of hanging out, waiting until we get cleared for play. It's a 43-29 game right now from the Monsignor Kaminsky Gymnasium. Anybody who is watching, you can text us on that Professional Seamless Gutters text-in hotline that you see on the screen, and you can do that. We'll read your text online. I know we've been showing a lot of different advertisements for our channel. So if you'd like to get a hold of us, if you'd like to be a part of the advertising community on behalf of Next Level Broadcasting, you can get a hold of us at that email address or at that text-in number on the screen right now. And without further ado, the Otsego County EMS has made their way into the gymnasium, and they've helped Emma Willard onto the cart. She's getting a big round of applause from the patrons in the gymnasium right now as multiple medical personnel from both teams are out to check on her and assist her, and elevating that right knee is the afflicted area that looked like she hurt pretty badly. Don't want to guess on the severity of that, but they're getting her onto the cart as they're getting ready to assist her. So she's in good hands right now with the emergency medical staff, as well as some medical personnel from both Central Lake and Gaylord St. Mary patrons just, in the crowd. It's one of those things where when you're a medical personnel or anyone experienced or with a medical background, when something like this happens, you're kind of like forced into action. You're needed, and thank you for your service and things like that. So
another round of applause for Emma.
Yeah, a well-deserved round of applause for Emma as she's hopefully she'll be able to get some good medical attention as they transport her to the Otsego County Hospital, I would imagine. So
looks like both teams are going to the locker room.
I think teams are gonna stretch out. We're gonna get an explanation from one of the officials here on what's going on. All right, so the head official just came over and explained to us the scenario and the situation. So they're going to give each team 2 to 3 minutes right now to get warmed up again after what was about, a 10 to 12-minute delay there. So he came over and mentioned that they're just going to give these teams an opportunity to kind of, re-stretch the muscles. As you can see, players doing some lunges, stretching out on the court, getting those hamstrings loosened up once again, as this is kind of 1 in 1,000 things. This is definitely something new for Next Level Broadcasting. We've been covering basketball games now for 3 years, and I've seen over 200 games. Haven't seen anything like this happen so far, so we appreciate our viewing audience for sticking this out with us, and we want to send our prayers to Emma Willard, and hopefully there's good news that she receives after getting her knee looked at. It was her right knee that the medical personnel were taking a look at, and they were very, very cautious of that right knee as they were getting her up onto the cart to help wheel her off the floor here at the gymnasium tonight. So it looks like we're about 30 seconds from reinstating play here. It'll be Trojan basketball when we resume. It's a St. Mary lead. It's a 43-29 point game. Believe there's 6 minutes 57 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. So, gentlemen, without further ado, we're going to be 10 seconds away from basketball once again.
Daniel, you want to remind everybody the leading scorers for tonight?
Yeah, for our St. Mary's Snowbirds, we have two of our usual great players, Macy Bevel and Ava Schultz. On the Trojan end, we have Caitlin Wolgamott, Olivia Eagleston, and Journey Hudgens all making good performances tonight.
All right, and we are back in action as the Trojans have the ball at half court.
We'll kick it into number 23, Liberty Perry, over to the corner. And right back, a nice weave move.
Nice foul on it. Emma Glasby. Nice screen by number 23. Hold tough.
And that'll be back to Trojan ball, out of bounds. Back to that line, out of bounds play.
Open mid-range.
From Perry, and it's just off the mark.
Rebound, Snowbirds up to
Macy
Bevel,
Bevel.
up to Ava Schultz. Nice score to open up the coming back from the break.
And the ball's right back down with Kaylee Jefferson on defense. Knocks off from Perry, and it is up and just off the mark again from number 4.
Battle
Caitlin
on the ground for the
Wolgamott.
ball.
And it's going to be St. Mary's ball. Oh, it's Trojan ball. Maria Morel will check in for Emma Glasby. And with a timeout, both teams will go back to their coaches.
And we'll stay here for the timeout and hear from one of our sponsors.
Yeah. Go ahead, Charles.
Yeah, we want to thank our friends at the
Gaylord Golf Center.
Golf Gaylord. Listen, hey, not everybody can turn pro in basketball, and we've seen a lot of different athletes that have to pick up something else after the basketball dribbling days are over. And you know what? As you age, sometimes you tend to put on a couple of pounds. But Golf Gaylord wants you to know, and all those washed-up athletes out there, that there's always still golf. And Golf Gaylord, located in Gaylord, always known as the golf mecca of
Northern
Michigan. They want to let you know that they can help correct that slice, get you hitting the fairways. They don't promise 90% of the time, but take it from me. You go in there, check out where their coach is, go into their golf simulator. Golf Gaylord will get you set up with the right sticks, the right golf balls. You got to get those elevated tees. You can get it all at Golf Gaylord. So Golf Gaylord, your proud sponsor of Snowbird basketball here on Next Level Broadcasting, as we got a 45-29 point game. Central Lake getting ready to inbound this one. Back to you guys.
Tell you what, Alex, if broadcasting doesn't work out for me, Golf Gaylord's my first call.
Yeah, I don't know how well my golf swing is, but it definitely could use some help. And I definitely qualify as one of those washed-up athletes.
And Kaylee Jeffers will take the ball up the court.
Guarded by number 10 for the Trojans.
Journey Hutchins.
And
a double dribble is called. It'll be Trojan ball here.
So the Snowbirds now lead by 16 points. And with about 6 minutes left, we'll see if the Trojans can come back or if the Snowbirds will move on for another victory.
Ball will be brought up once again. And it goes in with number and it's kicked out. I believe Trojan with the last touch. Oh, no, it was off St. Mary's, so Trojans will take it out. And that's number 10 again, Journey Hutchins. She'll go to the corner. Little weave up to the top. Back to the wing. Up top and to the wing again. So a lot of patience being shown here on the Trojan end. And that is going to be a 3 from number 4, Caitlin Wolgamott. Just too much on that one.
Yes.
Ava Schultz picks up the rebound.
And a quick double dribble.
And turns it right back over to Trojan ball.
So we can see definitely a little bit of rust to knock off from that extended break in the early fourth quarter.
Definitely. And Wolgamott will pass it in back to Perry. Back to the
Skip
corner.
pass in the corner. And
Wolgamott will take it
drive.
all the way, and too much height on that one, I think. Some contact there. We'll see what the call is here. It'll be Trojan ball outside.
And we just want to shout out family for Macy and Gavin watching all the way from Mesa, Arizona. So we have quite the diverse crew watching the game tonight.
And Sidney Krasinski at the other end. That'll be off. It's going to be St. Mary's ball, as they'll put in a bit of a box. Kicks all the way out to Ava Schultz. Grzinski in the corner. She puts it up, and it's in with a nice three. That's her second or third this game. You can't leave her open. And the Trojans will turn it over.
That sniper gene runs in the Grzinski family.
Yeah, and Sydney Grzinski lives, eats, and breathes three-pointers, just like her sister. I think three-pointers are genetic in that family. And Macy Bevel at the top. Kicks to Kaylee Jeffers. She runs into trouble. And she is trapped by 3 Trojan players. And we'll get a quick timeout call, quick thinking by Coach Pat Schultz. They'll get a chance to talk it over as we talk over here about Schultz's Party Store.
That's right, man. Got to get gassed up, especially for those long Ski Valley road trips. And, a lot of these St. Mary teams are going to be hitting the road going north, whether it's to Inland Lakes. The boys just went to Onaway last night. I know a convoy of people stopped into Schultz Party Store on the way up and on the way back. Best gas prices in the state at Schultz Party Store, especially that beef jerky. If you haven't tried it, you're missing out. I mean, nothing like a little beef jerky on the way to a Snowbird victory up I-75. The boys, like I said last night, went to Onaway, got a big win, 81-66. They'll be home tomorrow night versus Traverse City Christian. We'll have that game for you right here on Gaylord St. Mary Athletics, so you don't want to miss that one. St. Mary boys coming in with a 7-1 record. Traverse City Christian with a 7-1 record. Record Eagle has both of the boys' teams in the top 20 in Northern Michigan right now in their ranking. So it's going to be a good one tonight. You can catch Patrick O'Connor. He'll be on the call with that one, as well as the Powers boys. They'll be here for it, and it should be a good game.
And we bring you back to basketball action with Emma McKinley bringing it in. She misses on the finish there. Number 23, W. Perry will take it all the way up. Knocked out by Emma. A good heads-up play on her end. Good hustle. And it'll be Trojan ball out of bounds. And they'll get a quick look inside. Knocked out again by Emma. She's just, I think she's shaking her finger saying, no, not in my house.
Is that Emma Glasby or Dikembe Mutombo?
It's neither. It's Emma McKinley.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for that correction.
And it'll be Trojan ball out of bounds. Once again, number 4, Caitlin Wolgamott will take it out. She'll look inside to number 23, Perry, as she takes it in, kicks to the corner, and the 3 goes up, and it is not enough on that one.
The foul going the other way, I think.
And Ava Schultz will take it out. Yeah, and a heads up, again, tomorrow we have Patrick O'Connor, and he is always fun on the broadcast, very energetic speaker, and you're sure to get a good laugh, get some energy out of that one, so make sure to tune in. As Macy Bevel looks outside to Cindy Krasinski, she'll put up the 3, and it's off the mark. Miriam with the rebound, puts it right back up for the 2. And deflected once again. Block party. Ava Schultz, and she'll be fouled on the way up. She will go to the line. That foul's on. I missed it. The foul was on. But I think we've established I lost my stat skills in the first half.
All right. This is Ava Schultz going for points 19 and 20 on the night.
It might be more. I really messed up.
Well, giving it our best here at Next Level Broadcasting.
At least 19 and 20, yes. Probably more. And she's made some free throws tonight. See if she can keep that going. Ooh, and don't call Tyler Bowerman because that first one is out. See if she can save it with the second one. Shot is up, and that one goes in. As the Trojans take it out. St. Mary's, again, putting that classic pressure right off the bat.
They have extended the lead to 20 points right at the halfway point in the fourth quarter. So it's going to be tough for the Trojans to overcome that.
And the Trojans will turn the ball over with a botched pass that goes out of bounds as Ava Schultz takes it out. Looking for help here. She'll throw the long pass to McKinley. McKinley takes it up herself. Looking back for another teammate. Kicks back to Bebel. Bebel sees Ava in the corner. She doesn't take the shot. Looks like she's going to try to work it in. Kicks back out to Emma. And that will be out of bounds on the Trojans as Ava Schultz takes the ball out once again.
Although it looks like St. Mary's will probably end up winning this game, the Trojans came in with a very unexpected, very tough battle. You might say it was a Trojan horse.
That was horrible.
And we were going to go to commercial right here.
We'll be right back with Next Level Broadcasting. And just some quick technology fixes. And that's a three-pointer for number 4, Caitlin Wolgamott. Are we in commercial?
No.
No. And Macy Bebel takes it up. Cindy Brzezinski back in the corner. Kicks down low to Mary Morrell. Trouble there. Kicks out to Emma. She'll bring it in. And between the legs of Morrell, it will go out of bounds and become Trojan ball. And once again, Wolgamott takes it out. She's looking for help there. Perry comes, and she'll take a couple dribbles. Looks across the court, get the pass through, and we are across half court. A nice skip pass outside, back to Wolgamott. And that's off the mark again. But a foul called.
And she couldn't connect there, but she has been shooting very well tonight.
And she'll take the ball out. Looking back inside to number 10, Journey
And a
Hutchins.
foul on Ava Schultz right there.
We'll send Journey Hutchins to the line. And we are here with Journey at the line. As we get set up, we'll see if she can answer on these free throws. And that first one bounces in. A little scare there for her, but ball goes through the rim. And on the second one, knocked out Macy Bebel with the rebound. She'll take it up all the way coast to coast and put it in for another 2 like it's nothing. And a nice shot goes up. On the rebound, we got a jump ball.
Nice forced jump ball by Macy Bebel right there. And even with 2.5 minutes left in the game and a sizable lead by the Snowbirds, they are still playing hard.
Kaylee Jeffers will sub in for Morrell. And the ball will be put into play. Off to Sydney Grzinski. She'll try and get an edge off, and it's knocked out. It'll be Snowbird ball again.
And a timeout by the Trojans, so they're going to try and talk things over and get one last attempt for a comeback.
Yeah, with 2 minutes, 25 seconds left to go in this one. Let's go back over the scoring summary once again, Daniel. Never mind. We're not going to go.
Probably not,
We're
Charles.
not going to go back over
The
the scoring
stats
summary.
here are with Daniel at the as the statistician is
Unofficial.
They follow one unofficial and two. They follow the law of diminishing returns.
Okay.
I like to call it qualitative.
So they're so they're very accurate to start the game, and as we go on, it gets less and less accurate.
I will say, you've done a real good job keeping that, and then being able to have comments ready to flow, just having a steady stream of conscience as well with your vivid imagery of your colored commentary. So you've been doing a good job of that and doing your best to keep statistics as well at the same time. So at this point in time, we want to thank everybody who texted us on that Professional Seamless Gutters text-in line. It is a school night as we're approaching the 9:15 point in time Eastern time tonight, so you can see the parents in the stands starting to yawn a little bit. The players are still ready to play, but the parents, I'm seeing some yawns up there.
Yeah, we're going to hope that the parents get home okay and these students get some leeway from the teachers tomorrow as they're out late. Macy Bevel cutting through like butter, but she is off on the finish. And right back ready for defense. And they have a couple more seconds to get across the court, and they will get it. Back at the top of the key. And she picks up her dribble. A nice drive inside. And saved by number 3, Jolisa Hayden. A shot, and it is not strong enough there. Grzinski with the rebound. She takes it up and is met at half court with defense. Kicks off to Macy Bevel. And Kaylee Jeffers from 3. That one will be just out. And a jump ball is going to happen here. And it will be Trojan ball.
Do you know what the record of the Snowbirds are at this point in time?
I do not.
All right. Well, I do know it is very good because we've seen several wins here on Next Level Broadcasting. And after watching this game tonight, I can't imagine that the Trojans' record is all that bad either.
No, 2 definitely leaders in this conference. We're looking forward to both of their seasons as we go forward. And a Wolf comes behind Ava. If she's not fast enough, Ava will take it all the way to the end and knocked out.
Nice rebound by Ava Schultz there and trying to take it coast to coast, but at least she got the rebound and secured the possession for the Snowbirds.
And she's getting all the airport points for that coast travel. A long pass into Macy Bevel. And just almost 1 minute left in play. The Snowbirds will slow it down and pass the ball around up top here.
They will add another crucial conference win to their record in their pursuit of a 9th conference championship in the past 12 years.
A nice look to Wolgamott. She'll put it in and get the and one, showing off some toughness here at the end of the game, not quitting till the last whistle blows.
And that's very important because no team, I mean not no team, but most teams are not going to go undefeated throughout the year. So it is important that even in the losses, you continue to play hard, continue to develop, continue to follow the coach's scheme to carry that momentum over to the next game.
Definitely. And Kaylee Jeffers will take the ball up. And Macy will kick out to Emma McKinley, back out to Ava Schultz. And I don't know if they're looking to score here or just run the clock. And with 30 seconds left, they'll keep passing around.
It looks like they are going to run out the clock here.
Once again, thank you for signing in and watching Next Level Broadcasting. This has been the Powers Cast of Next Level Broadcasting with Charles Strail on the camera.
And we are looking for anyone who wants to be a statistician for us.
Yes. Quantitative stats, please. Mine don't hold up very well. And that will be the game as St. Mary's gets another victory this season. And they'll shake hands and go home to get a good night's sleep. And Charles.
And with that, St. Mary's is going to come out with a 53-38 win. So on behalf of myself, Daniel Powers, Alex Powers, we're going to be back here tomorrow night as the St. Mary boys take on Traverse City Christian. 7 o'clock tip. You don't want to miss this one or that one tomorrow night. 7 Eastern time tonight, folks. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, have a great and safe rest of your evening. This has been a Next Level Broadcasting production in affiliation with Gaylord St. Mary Athletics. Good night, everyone.